Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a regular plan with me in my Erin Condren vertical neutral, and I'm going to be using the Wizard Christmas kit from Sweet Kawaii Design, and I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to be using this kit. It's no surprise that I am in love with Harry Potter. My son's room is completely Harry Potter themed, and I am obsessed with it. So what better way than to use this Wizard Christmas kit for the week of Christmas? Guys, how is it already the week of Christmas? Is anyone else I don't know, I'm baffled. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this. I am doing a voiceover. My husband and I share a room. I have all my planner stuff set up, and then he has his computer gaming stuff set up. So he wanted to get online and play Among Us with some of his friends, and I wanted to film a plan with me. So it's amazing at how little time it takes to do a plan with me when you're not talking at the same time and you can just do a voiceover. Like, I was doing a really good job at pacing myself through this nicely, so it's not as long as I normally do. So I'm not going to speed it up too much actually, because I have so much to talk about. And I think I'm going to get winded talking about it all here, but I have notes that I've made, and this is all just from the past week. I skipped my plan with me last week, so if you are not following me on Instagram at Whole Lotta Plans, then you wouldn't know that I had to not do a plan with me last weekend because Jensen was pretty inconsolable all weekend. It really started off we really had just had a rough week last week in general, just him waking up a ton. And then Friday was so wacky for him. And then Friday night he was waking up every hour, and not always like cranky or anything, but just waking up a ton. And Saturday he just didn't sleep hardly at all, and then was just screaming. So I didn't have time to sit down and film a plan with me, let alone edit. It was actually Sunday afternoon before I even got to sit down with my planner, because that was the first real nap he had taken. So, anywho, I'm gonna get on with my checklist here of things I want to talk about. So I'm doing Vlogmas on my Instagram. Like, I use quotes around Vlogmas because it's not really Vlogmas if it's on Insta stories, but it's what I can do, so it's what we're doing. I don't know, I go in and out of waves. I tend to do okay in the morning, and then in the afternoons and evenings when I go home from work, I just am so not used to doing stories. One, I can't do a whole lot at work just because of the confidential nature of my job working with students. But when I get home, I just want to spend time with Jensen and Drew that I'm just kind of checked out, and I forget that my phone exists until it's bedtime. So anyway, we're doing that over on my Instagram, and I think it's going okay. Like I said, I've gone in waves. I've done really good some days, and other days not so much showing you what I do. I don't think what I do is all that exciting and interesting, especially this year. Like, we're not going out a whole ton, so I don't know. If you guys are watching my Vlogmas, I would so love your feedback. I can't change too much of what I'm doing, but I'd like to change the last few days if you guys have anything that you really want to see. I know some people said that they want to see what I eat in a day, and like, honestly, you don't, because I'm a bad influence this week. Has been horrible with all the Christmas goodies. We've cooked one meal all week, and really, it's been bad, guys. Like, I don't want to go into it, but we got an email last Saturday, so a week ago, saying that the daycare that Jensen goes to has had 2 positive cases of COVID, which is their first out of this entire pandemic. So actually, it's pretty good for a daycare. But they did have to close until, well, actually now it's until the 22nd on Tuesday. So my husband decided to take the week off with Jensen We have my dad and my bonus mom, but we didn't think it would be too smart, just in case Jensen was directly exposed. Taking them over to their house probably wasn't the best idea, so it is what it is. So they got a lot of daddy-son time, and let me just tell you, this week has just been a giant shit show. So it started off on Monday. I actually woke up in a really good mood. I was excited to do Vlogmas. I was gonna make it really great. And the first thing that morning, I backed out of my driveway and completely just annihilated my side mirror on my car backing out of the garage. Yeah, part of it was I just wasn't paying full attention, obviously. But our neighbors parked their car on our side of the driveway. We have a shared driveway, and we've told them that they could do that because we can get in and out of our driveway if they do that. But they parked a little close to my side, so I was paying attention to that, and also drinking my coffee. And so yeah, I took off my mirror, and that really it pissed me off because it was just a dumb mistake and irritating, and it took me the whole drive to work just to calm down and be like, it's not the end of the world for doing that, because I didn't have Jensen in the car, we weren't in an accident, so really it wasn't a super big deal. But $650 later, it's been fixed. So that kind of stunk, especially around Christmas. Oh, guys, look at me here. It takes me forever to realize that my whiteout is out. I thought maybe if I go to another section, it'll still work. So I had to get up and get a new whiteout out of the drawer. That is my favorite whiteout, though. It's a Tombow. I don't have the name of it, but it is my favorite one that I've ever had for whiteout. But oh gosh, see, I can't do this. I can't remember where I start and stop. But the mirror really started my spiral of negativity all week. Part of it was like just bad things kept happening. When you just like, Monday was one of those days where I kept dropping things, I kept bumping into things, I kept getting really bad work emails, and nothing was just working out at all. It was just one of those days. So I just wasn't having it. But it is what it is. We got it taken care of and it's done with, so we shall move on now. It's just one thing that my husband can give me crap for. I don't do stupid things often, but when I do, he likes to point them out because he does stupid things far more than I do, so I make fun of him all the time, and now I'm realizing I should probably just stop. But Tuesday, after work, I had gotten Jensen a Build-A-Bear bear I ended up making it for his first birthday, so he, hasn't really seen it or played with it or anything, but it is a Denver Broncos football bear, which was my mom's favorite team, and we had a voice recording on it that says, from my mom's voice, from a voicemail that she left me, it says, "I love you and happy birthday." And I ordered it online, and when it came in about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago at this time, the voice recording was so horrible. It sounded awful. So we just haven't had time to take it into the mall to go get it fixed because it's like 40 minutes from our house. So Tuesday night we went to the mall to get it fixed, and if I could have hugged all the people in there, I would have, because they were so patient to us. Even when I was holding up the line and we were just trying so hard to get the recording just right, and really, they were at capacity because, it's limited people right now anyway, and we were taking forever to get it all figured out. But thankfully, everyone in the store was amazing, and so were the employees, and everyone got it fixed, and it is pretty perfect now. One of these days I'm going to make it through a video without getting emotional, but it's just so hard becoming a mom and not having my mom here, and just going through all of that kind of grief again. it's just so weird. But it does make me happy that Jensen's gonna have her voice in a bear. Just that something says some. It's just something that's so simple, and it just makes me happy knowing that he's still gonna get to know her voice, because I'll never get to meet her. So it was kind of emotional. Like I almost started crying in the store because I was just so happy to have it fixed. But anyway, going on to Wednesday, I went to work that day like normal, but I relieved my husband at lunchtime-ish so that he could get a little bit of work in. With him staying home for Jensen's daycare being closed, he was getting, I guess, COVID pay, but it was only 2/3 of his regular pay for being off. So with me destroying my mirror, and still having to pay for daycare, like we're gonna get that money back over time, but we still had to upfront the cost of daycare for the week that we weren't even getting daycare. I wanted to try and get him into work as much as we could, so a half day was better than nothing. But Jensen had his follow-up appointment with the trauma and abuse center at our children's hospital to do like rescans of his whole body and all the workup again, just to make sure that nothing else had popped up since they had done it 2 weeks prior. Had it been 2 full weeks maybe? So that was really hard and emotional, and I think took us both a little bit longer to process. Nothing came back on the scans. So essentially, what that meant is that Jensen has a formal diagnosis of child abuse in his medical chart. And that's been really difficult to like kind of grasp our mind around. We don't know how it happened, but we went this route to get everything medically checked to make sure that there was nothing wrong, since he had had 2 bruises in the exact same spot. He hasn't had any bruises since, which is awesome, but he's been at home a lot of that too. With Thanksgiving break, it's been that long since he's had one because he was at home with us for Thanksgiving break, and then he was at home with us all of this week, and but he hasn't had one since. But daycare's also not allowed to put him in anything that buckles either. We don't know 100% that it happened at daycare, which is why DCF is doing an investigation with the daycare. So until anything comes back from that, we have no idea where it came from. We probably will never know where the bruises came from, but they haven't happened since, which is the most amazing part. So it's just really hard to see the child abuse diagnosis listed on that. It just makes me feel really awful as a parent that something happened to him and I don't know what happened. But anyway, he's all checked out though, so the only thing that we're kind of waiting on still from all of this is he has a physical therapy evaluation in January for his plagiocephaly, or his misshapen head, which I guess now they're saying is caused by a torticollis. So we're doing some exercises at home right now because it was like a month out before they could even get us into the physical therapy eval. So we're hoping that we can kind of work on that a little bit, and then once they do the eval, they can be like, hey, guys, keep working on these things, or maybe we need to look at a different route. But for right now, I think he's doing much better. Like, we definitely can tell that turning to the left he doesn't favor, but he can. It's just a little bit tighter and a little more stiff. So we are working on that. Oh goodness. But I think that is it. I was going to tell you guys. So Jensen actually rolled, was it Sunday night for the first time? He rolled from his belly to back, and then he did it like 3 more times Monday night, and then every night since he's done it. But Thursday, when I got home from work and we put him down for a nap, he actually rolled over from his back to belly for the first time, and now he's doing it nonstop. So it's exciting to watch him grow so much and learn new skills. So that's been something that's been exciting this week. But also going into Thursday, I don't want to talk about this too much just because it's not my story to tell. But we don't have a very great relationship with Drew's mother. And so she sent us a Christmas present for Jensen in the mail, and we had him open it on video, and the video got sent to her. My husband took care of that. I don't have any contact with her at all, and I would prefer if Jensen did not either, but that's something that my husband and I have been working out. It's been extremely, extremely difficult on our family to have to be dealing with this, but I'm trying to look out for Jensen's best interest, and it's, gosh, guys, it's so hard when you have a family member that isn't behaving in the best way and has just done some really nasty things to me and my family. So that kind of led to the meltdown of all meltdowns of the week. I was really having a really rough mental health week. Most of it I want to blame on monthly hormones, but also it's been a lot. There's just been a lot going on with Jensen lately, and it just makes me feel like a bad mom and like I'm not doing everything to protect him. So Thursday night was just really, really rough. I know that I've talked about it on here before, but I have anxiety and depression, and so does my husband. So when we both kind of feed off of each other, it gets bad. And transitioning into parenthood has not been easy. People tell you it's not easy, and it's definitely not. So we've been just dealing with that, like kind of growing pains, I guess, as we shift our life and how we've always done things like for the last 9 years, and shifting that focus to be a family of 3. So that's really what's been going on a lot with us at the moment. But yeah, I think it was Thursday I kind of posted in my Vlogmas is that I've learned that when I get so overwhelmed like this, I just kind of shut down and I shut everyone out, and I am not productive and I can't do a whole lot. And if I just give myself a couple of days of nothingness, then I can rebound from there. If I keep trying to push myself through it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. But at least I'm learning about myself and how I know things get triggered and how I need to come back from them. So I got a couple more things to talk about before I go into this week's plans. On Friday, I got to take Jensen to work with me, and that was pretty fun. I worked from home in the morning for a few hours, and then I took him to my main school to pack up some things for next week, because I'm actually still working next week on Monday and Tuesday. Technically, I should have off. Christmas break should have started for me on Friday afternoon, but I'm short on my days, and one of my schools is still in session, so I am going to be doing paperwork on Monday from home, and then seeing students on Tuesday morning and finishing out paperwork Tuesday afternoon. So I can get a couple of days back from my maternity leave where I'm not getting paid currently for them. So since I am contracted and I used all the days that I could, I get 2 more days back if I can work those 2 days. So that's what I'm doing. So Friday I took him in with me for a little bit, and then we had our OT kind of team Christmas lunch, and that was pretty fun because I got to take him with me, and I love showing him off. And a lot of these people hadn't actually gotten to see him yet, just because of everything with COVID. So it was nice to just briefly take him in there and let people see him. And yeah, some of the best things that happened to me this week is that my sweet Kawaii design planner finally showed up on Friday. I didn't think it was coming because the mail had already been there, and I was so disappointed. And then, like an hour after the mail came, a separate truck came and was just packed full of packages. So they were making double trips and I am so excited. I have yet to do anything to it. I actually want to do a YouTube review, like not a channel, a review video of it before I dive into it. I just decided this week after talking with Darshell a little bit how I was going to use this planner, and I had to sit on it for a while to make sure that's exactly what I wanted to do, but it is. So, my plans for 2020 for my planners are a little bit different. So this year I've been using an Erin Condren Vertical Neutral for my like home life and everything kind of planner. I have an Erin Condren hourly neutral for work, and that's gonna stay the same just because I use that one from July to June for the academic year. So that's not switching up at all. I do carry a Printpression Weeks planner for my in between work and home, and it's not super functional right now, but we've been keeping up with it because I cannot have an incomplete planner. I just can't do it. And then I've been using the Amanda Rachley doodle planner for a journal and habit tracker. So for 2021, I am going to be using the Sweet Kawaii Design Planner in the vertical as a memory keeping planner slash journal slash it's replacing my doodle planner essentially. I've realized that there's a lot of things in my journal that I don't really talk about my feelings so much as I recap what we've done that day, stuff that didn't go in my planner. So I'm excited to get to use that a little bit differently than I think most people will. Because I want to journal a lot, but I want to put a picture from every day in there. But I'm also going to be using some Sweet Kawaii Design kits as like a base, but it's going to be a little open for interpretation. So I am going to be playing with that and trying to figure that out, and I'm really excited about it. I am still going to be using an Erin Condren Vertical Neutral as like my daily planner. It was one that I had already purchased from forever ago at this point. So I already have it. I'm going to go ahead and use it just because I spent a lot of money on it. And that's just going to be like my everyday planner like I do with these Plan With Me's. I also got a ring bound planner, which I'm not disclosing any information yet because I don't know that that's what I want to use, and I haven't gone into the details or specifics because I'm not a ring bound planner and I don't know about anything, and you guys are gonna make so much fun of me for diving into this. Like, I know I'm gonna need like dashboards and all these cool things, and I'm gonna keep it very functional and minimalistic, but I got some inserts from Lights Planner Action. They're not here yet. So I got the ring planner from Printpression on a super discounted sale. So it was pretty cheap in case I decide that that's really not what I want to do. But I'm going to play around with that before I kind of tell you guys any more information on it. But that's going to replace my Printpression Weeks. I like my Printpression Weeks planner, but there's been quite a bit of times this year where I just needed more space for the day. So I use that planner for my color street. I use it for my social media post. I also use it for appointments and meetings and just kind of like that go between life and work. And it's something that I want to carry with me every day. So the idea of being able to have like 3 months in there at a time and then take those inserts out is amazing to me because my Printpression, guys, got chunky. It is falling apart. It got so heavy I could not keep it in my purse any longer. It's not working out for me. So we're going to switch that up this year. But that is kind of what I have planned for 2021. I'm a little nervous because it's unlike anything that I've ever done, but I'm also very excited at the same time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I know it'll be different, and I'm so excited to kind of switch things up. It just means that I can show you guys more and more of my planners because with my journal, I didn't feel comfortable sharing a lot of that, just the way I was writing it. It's personal, so I didn't get to share a lot of how I use that planner with you guys. So I'll be doing some mixed. I'll be doing some like plan with me's in my Erin Condren, and then plan as I go in my Sweet Quiet Design planner. And then I probably won't do too much with the B6 rings. At least not to start, I don't think. So that one will take me a little bit longer to get into. But Saturday is today, the day that I'm doing this voiceover, and Jensen is 4 months old, and I am just so in love with my son. He is the greatest thing that has ever happened to my husband and I, and I cannot believe that he is 4 months old already. It makes me so sad and so happy at the same time, but just knowing how much he's grown in 4 months is just insane. And then it's so crazy, like I'm gonna start crying. Like, we found out we found out that we were pregnant about this time a year ago, so it's not quite to the day yet that we found out, but we're getting really close. So it just makes me so happy thinking back to that, when we found out we were pregnant and being terrified and so excited all at the same time, because you just like, that's what we wanted, and then it was like, oh shit. This is actually happening. And having had a miscarriage, I was just so scared that it was going to happen again, and it's so crazy. Like, it's just so crazy, guys. Those of you that are moms are just totally gonna get it, and you're gonna understand what I'm thinking. And for those of you wanting to be moms, like, you're gonna want that so bad. And my heart goes out to everyone who struggles with infertility or just being unable to have a child. And I'm just so sorry, because being a mom is the greatest thing I've ever experienced. So, oh my God, so many emotions with this episode. I swear, guys, hormonal imbalances. Whew. Oh my goodness. But today it's been a pretty good day. We are making some salt dough ornaments for some family members with Jensen's handprints, and I think they're going to turn out super cute. So I'm working on painting those. It's also been over a year since I painted. That's crazy to me, too. This whole year has just gone by so incredibly fast, and also the longest year of my life at the same time, and I know so many of us can relate. So let's go into this week. So the first thing I did was put down my workouts. So actually today I just finished my last workout of the 12-week postpartum workout plan that I was doing. So I've officially graduated from the program. However, I'm going back to phase 2 and redoing phase 2 and 3 again, mostly to keep myself motivated and going through the winter, but also to push myself, because even though I've already done those workouts, I can increase the reps and intensity that I was doing them. So I'm really excited to do that. I didn't quite lose all of the baby weight. I'm just a couple pounds shy of being able to reach my goal, but I'm stronger and I am fitting in my clothes that I was fitting in prior to getting pregnant, and I just feel much better. So I'm taking that all as a huge win. With that being said, I have the workout stickers that I had been putting down for several weeks now. And then I put quarter boxes with the Simon in the bathtub to mark Jensen's bath nights. And I was thinking that it was going to be a little wonky with Christmas Eve and Christmas, but it ended up not being wonky at all. I didn't have to move days around because I think it's going to work out. But going back to Monday, Jensen has his 4-month appointment with his regular doctor. So I'm excited for that. I am really hoping that we can kind of ask her questions about when we can introduce some food to him. I am excited and scared at the same time. I don't really know what the process is for that, but I am excited to learn and get Jensen to try some food. Like, how exciting is that? Monday, the daycare is still closed. I didn't know that at the time that I filmed this. We just found out that they're going to be closed Monday as well. So Luckily, I was already going to stay home and work that day, obviously, because my main school isn't open, so I was going to have to work from home. But now I'm going to have to, like, just work during his nap times, I guess, which is not going to be as much work as I had planned, but I should still be able to get the things done that I need to. Tuesday, we're going to dinner at my dad's. Per usual, we didn't go this past week just because we didn't know if Jensen had been exposed or not, so we were just being really cautious with kind of what we were doing as far as being close to them, just because my bonus mom is a little bit more susceptible, and we're just being a little more cautious with that. So we didn't go see them Tuesday. So we're doing dinner. I feel like something else is going on Tuesday, and I cannot remember. Jensen's going to daycare, and I'm working, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Wednesday, I am actually going to get a consultation done from an esthetician about my face. I've always had pretty bad skin, and having a baby completely wrecked it even more. So we are going to go get a consultation to kind of see what we can do. My skin kind of changed a little bit being pregnant, and I just want to, I look like a teenager right now with how much acne and everything. I mean, part of it is hormones and the crap that I'm eating, but also a lot of it is I don't feel like my skin is rebounding quite like I wanted it to from having a baby. So I'm going to do that Wednesday while Jensen's at daycare. He's still going to be going to daycare because we're paying for it. So he's going to go for a little bit every day that we can. And I'm going to get some stuff done around the house. Definitely cleaning. Christmas Eve, we aren't going to be doing anything during the day, but around like afternoon, maybe after Jensen's afternoon nap, we're going to go over to my dad's house and do Christmas Eve there. Christmas Day, Drew's parents are going to drive up and see Jensen and us, and I think my brother is going to come like hang out with us for the day on Christmas Day because we won't get to see him very much Christmas Eve because he's working late. But Saturday, I'm just planning on going to Zeb's like we normally do, and I don't think we have anything else planned for that day, and we don't have anything planned for Sunday at this point either. So that is it. Like, my plans for this week will end up being busy, but as of right now, they're not super, super busy. So I'm gonna zoom out and show you guys what I'm kind of looking at for this week, and I am in love with the primary colors, the Christmas accents of the Harry Potter. Gosh, I love it so much. There's a couple more full boxes, and I was a little sad that I couldn't squeak them in, but I think it turned out amazing. So I hope you guys like it as well. As always, I do PR for Sweet Kawaii Design, and you can use my code Kayla10 for 10% off your order. But thank you guys so much for watching, and keep an eye out for some bonus videos coming soon. Bye, guys!